And that's it. We do have free will and we can make our own choices and decisions. But if we view the lens that everything is a learning experience, or see everything as a learning experience, I think that's the powerful mindset shift, really, because then even if you do feel like you're learning something at the wrong time in your life or you're in the wrong environment, if you shift your mindset from a case of like helplessness and hopelessness, essentially, to, okay, what is this trying to teach me? If we look at the world through that lens, whether you want to believe in spirituality, God, whatever it is, if you just change the reframe to be like, what is this trying to teach me? What am I meant to learn here? If you think of it as a video game, it's like, what am I meant to learn? And I think that is the shift that really helps, even when you might feel that you're in the wrong place, wrong time, or you feel unlucky or a bit, why does this always happen to me? Like this kind of victim mindset. If you shift your mindset into a place of learning, the quicker you will accelerate out of that level of the game, or out of that kind of what you might feel is a negative or toxic environment.
I think there's two. Yeah, I think that's the highest message, the one from which all power flows. And you could approach it without any degree of spirituality, just by your degree of determination. And the Greek Stoic philosophers took that approach, that just by having will and determination and personal strength, they could overcome anything. And if they were in a bad situation, they could try to flip it around to, what does this teach me about what to do better next time? And they didn't have to rely necessarily on any view of the world that was allowing for there to be a benevolent parent spirit. But for most human beings, I mean, Stoicism doesn't really catch on to the whole population that easily. Most of the human population don't exhibit the ability to take that frame of mind and act on it. So, Greek culture broke into the Athenian culture and the Spartan culture. The Spartan culture embodied Stoicism, but most of the island chain was not there at all. They were much more into hedonism and Epicureanism and so on, enjoying life. But they had a mythos of spirituality, their own panoply of gods, to help them believe in a better life and in an ideal other world, a higher world that we were a reflection of, the way Socrates and Plato looked at it. It would help, and it has helped in the past, in the history. The religions did accomplish a lot to get people to open their minds to the possibility of accepting guidance from unseen forces. And the ability to take that concept of unseen forces that are trying to give us clues is very useful in our lives. It's a very powerful thing to deny. It's terrible to be denied that because of an active, strong disbelief in God. So in my writings, I just try to get people to open their mind to the fact that science has not said God is impossible. In fact, the more I study physics, quantum physics in particular, the more I realize that the great quantum physicists all believed that consciousness came before matter. Once you open the door to consciousness being something that could have preceded matter, well, if consciousness could have preceded matter, then the idea of God isn't ridiculous or absurd or unscientific. It's quite possible. So just opening oneself to that possibility opens oneself to maybe, Noia, the idea that there's somebody out there is trying to help us. Not somebody out there is trying to get us, but somebody's trying to help us. we tend to then be more receptive to the possibility that that idea that just popped into our mind, maybe we should take it seriously and try it out.